Hello, today we're in the city of Holyoke, Massachusetts. We're going to look and explain the various mills of the Holyoke Writing Paper Company. It was an attempt in the year 1900 to resurrect the paper companies of Holyoke and other locations around Massachusetts to be profitable again. They were having troubles after the 1895 collapse of the United States industries, and by 1900 they want to be revived. And I'm going to point out one that did join, and it was a very important one. That's a Riverside Paper Company. That was one of the larger ones, but not the largest. This is mill number 2. Across the street of Cabot Street was mill number 1 in that empty location right there. So two gigantic Riverside Paper Companies joined the American Writing Pad Company. And the way they would say it is they were American Writing Pad Paper Company, and there's a Riverside Paper Division. And they still make the same products they did before, but they would now make them under an umbrella of the American Writing Paper Company. That company lasted to 1968 when it collapsed into bankruptcy. Now, the mills that belonged to it were various, and I'll tell you about them. Up this street right here, towards the north, there were several, and I'll tell you about those first. The Albion, which specialized in color paper, the Crocker, the Markham, the Nonotuck, the Norman were up that street. Now, in the other direction, going this way to the south, there were other companies, and some were inland too. Stabilize. There's the Baby Holbrook, the Crocker McElwain, the Dickinson, the Holyoke Paper Company, the Linden, the Parsons, and the Warrigal. Now, some of those were inland and some were to the south. So it was a vast company. Now, remember they had other locations around New England, especially in Massachusetts. So in the Holyoke, they might have their strong base of 12 companies, all under the umbrellas. So they took on that name, but would call themselves like the Norman Paper Company Division, Nonotuck Division, right? And it lasted for 68 years. It was very strong, but they ended up collapsing, and the paper industry after that in Holyoke was down to almost nothing after that. Parsons were able to survive and break off, but other companies just collapsed. All right, so thank you for coming in to stop and getting this explanation.